We have a molecule or an ionic compound. How do we calculate its molar mass? We were able in the last video to talk about the molar mass of, or the atomic mass, right? The molar mass of an individual atom. So how do we do that for a compound? Very simple. You just add up the molar masses of all atoms. So let's look at water in this case. So water is made up of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom. You see H2, two hydrogen atoms, and one oxygen atom. And what you have to do now is go to the periodic table, look up the numbers, and substitute. So let's go to the periodic table. So here is the molar mass of hydrogen, 1.01 grams per mole, and here's the molar mass of oxygen, 16. So let's bring these back. So we have 2 times 1.01 grams per mole plus 16. So if you multiply 2 by the 1.01 plus the 16, this gives you 18.02 grams per mole. So 1 mole of water weighs about 18 grams. So what if you have now something like N2O, 4? Let me make this slightly decrease the thickness of this. So here you have how many nitrogen atoms? You have 2, and you have 4 oxygen atoms. This is an O, not a 0. So 2 times, let's go and find nitrogen, and then we already have oxygen, so let's put it right here from now. So nitrogen is right here, 14.01. So it's, you can notice here, if you notice, it weighs less than oxygen. So it's 14.01 grams per mole. And so you take 2 times 14.01 plus 4 times 16. This comes out to be 92.02 grams per mole. And it follows that here, these are worked out for you. So for example, if you have sodium carbonate, you have 2 sodium atoms, here they are, 1 carbon atom, 3 oxygen atoms. So what you do is you go and you find the molar masses. So sodium is 22.99, carbon is 12.01, and oxygen is 16. So we can verify them really quick. Here's sodium, 22.99, carbon, 12.01, and oxygen is 16. Now, before we finish this video, we would like to just look at the last one here. So I want to make sure you understand what's happening here is you have, so you have calcium phosphate. This is what makes up your bones, basically. So calcium phosphate is Ca3 PO4 2. So make sure you understand why we have three calcium atoms. Here they are. We have three calcium atoms. And then we have two phosphorus atoms. All right, why is that? So if you actually break down this formula, you end up, so you have, just list them. You have Ca, you have three of them. That's what the three means, the subscript. And then as we did with nomenclature, and then you have two phosphate ions. Remember, these were plus two, plus two, plus two, and this was minus three. So if you notice here, we have three calcium atoms, and we have two phosphorus atoms, and then we have four oxygen plus four, that's eight. So basically you distribute, right? That two applies to the phosphorus. So you have two phosphorus and two times four, which is eight oxygen atoms. Once again, you go to the periodic table, you look up their molar masses. So for calcium, it's 40.08. Phosphorus is 30.97 grams per mole, and then oxygen is 16. Let's verify them one last time. So here's calcium, 40.08. Phosphorus is 30.97, and oxygen is 16.